on that topic, I think, unless you have some other
Hmm.
questions, is I spend my time in retirement plans. I have a small, very small financial advising business on the side, but I spend most
Hmm.
of my time in qualified and non-qualified plans. I know what
Hmm.
those are, right?
Hmm.
I have
Hmm.
people in my office that know how to set up a retiree's financial plan. I can get you
Hmm.
there, right?
Hmm.
Very good at getting you there, but I don't sell insurance.
And that's
That's what I
fine
sell.
having a team because everyone has to have a team. So I
Exactly.
mean, I think from a standpoint, having someone that's a subject matter expert in that area and they're in their lane, but then they can refer me to someone else that's a subject matter expert in their lane, in another lane that I
Exactly.
need.
Exactly.
But I think the key part is even like a medical team. Like if I have cancer, I'm going to be working with my internist. I'm going to be working with my oncologist, and Lord, don't that ain't even what I'm trying to bring into my world. Just a hypothetical.
Yeah. Let's get
but
that straight. Yeah.
but all of those individuals are going to be pain management. All those people have to be working together for the betterment of me, right? And for my
Exactly.
health and making sure I'm going to be healthy. So I think the
Exactly.
same thing is having your team. I tell my business owners, my small business owners this all the time. You have to have a team. Don't be reliant on one person. Have a team and they all have to work together in this utopia of making me whole.
Exactly. It's so true. It's so, so true. You are spot on. I have a team. I have a group of people that
Hmm.
includes a mortgage person's a tax person, an
Hmm.
attorney for wills and things, a financial advisor, an annuity person. I've got a huge team of people that I work with in
Hmm.
order to give someone a complete picture. Because what you do in your 401k plan can vary well or easily or not so easily, whatever, affect what
Hmm.
you do outside your 401k plan. So
Yeah.
if those people aren't talking with each other, then you're having to make the decision and you have the least amount of experience. So that's one of the reasons why we're a team and we work together so that when that person comes in and they say, I need to do X, we have different people around the circle going, well, if they do it this way, they can get this benefit, right?
Hmm.
If they do it this way, they can do this. And these are
Hmm.
going to be the effects on them all around the circle. So you really
Hmm.
need to do that. So one of the questions you want to ask your financial advisor is, okay, where's your team,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Who's on the team,
Yeah.
right? Who's,
Right.
I think it was something that Michelle Obama said, when you're putting together your basketball team, everybody's got to pull their weight. So you want to have strong people on the team, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't want people that can go around the team and do ever different jobs, but you want to have the strongest people on your team that you can, and you want them all to pull their weight because you don't want to have a weak link. you
No,
know
no.
you don't want to do
Right.
that. You want everybody to
Exactly.
be strong. So that's a
Hmm.
very good question, is who's your team? Do you have a team? Just
Right. And,
start
and
there.
and that's another topic that we should include in
Yes.
it is how do you select that team and
Mhm.
then making sure everybody and how often you should meet with them and make sure that their cohesiveness so that they can join in because I think this 2021 should be about us making sure that everybody's on the same page, all I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and that people are working on your behalf because we've seen so much of the lack of that in 2020.
Yes.
Working everybody working in their own agenda, and
Yes.
and and your agenda gets thrown out. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
all about making sure 2021 that we all on the same page.
Yeah. It's so important, it really is. Because your agenda, that is you who is hiring all these folks, you have to make sure that your agenda is being taken care of, that they're
Mhm.
watching out for you, and that
Mhm.
you know what that means.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, gone are the days where you could just trust somebody. You could just
No.
say, hey,
Mhm.
just do this for me. The world's become much more complicated than that. You just can't really do that. But
No.
what you
I
can do is learn the basics and
Yes.
understand things like that. I have a car, it's two seats, it has an engine in the middle of it. I've never even seen it. I don't even know what I just I crank the
You
boy
just
up
know
and
when you get in and crank it up, it
yep,
goes.
and it goes, and it's so bad, when I was a kid and my father taught me how to drive, I had to go and learn where the battery was, how the ignition worked,
Hmm.
what the spark plugs and the distributor cap. I'm a little bit older. We had distributor caps, all this stuff, how to change the tires, how to, measure the gap between the caps and the cap, all that, the rotator, all of that, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I've never even seen my engine.
So much for all that knowledge your
You
father
know,
taught you.
right? Right? Now, now that that's happened, though, I feel confident when I walk into a repair place, right? Because I know how things work, right? I
Okay.
feel comfortable with that. I don't feel like someone's going to say something and I go, I don't know what that is. Trust me, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
Which is
Um,
interesting because from a female standpoint, we never know. We feel free for all when we go take a car to the shop. Because they see you coming. My mother was very good at that. And every time I had to have my car repaired, I'd take it. Come on,
take it for
mom.
her, exactly.
And
Yeah,
even
take
when
her with
buying a
you.
car, come on, mom, because you
Yeah,
like wear them down, beat them down. They're gonna be
yeah,
honest just because. But
yeah.
I didn't know, you're all. So, I always look for mechanics that are highly recommended by a male that's in the know.
Yeah,
and and then I make sure they make the phone call and
exactly.
to that person, and that person
Yeah,
knows that okay, that this
this
one
is mine.
referred.
Yeah.
I need to
Yes.
make sure that I do the
Yes.
right thing because you'll
Yeah.
go in there and they'll tell you, a starter can cost you $9,000. Like a starter. What's a starter?
What's
Okay,
it
wow,
start?
that's a lot
Exactly.
of money.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. I do that for my female friends all the time, and one of
Yeah.
my favorite thing is cooking. And I don't want to do this whole role thing, but
Uh-huh.
one of my favorite things is cooking. And so I live in a Vietnamese area. I went to the grocery store and I was
Mhm.
surrounded by these Vietnamese women, and
Uh,
they were serious about getting what it was that they needed, and I had to rely upon the mercy of them. They were all lovely, but I could just
uh-huh.
imagine if they weren't. I mean, they'd have just pushed me back to the side because I don't speak the language. I don't know what
Right.
I'm buying. I don't know what that thing looks like, and how do
Right.
I don't know
Exactly.
what's going on there. But they took pity on me and took care of me,
It took
um,
pity on you,
took
huh?
pity on me and took care of me, and I walked out of there with something wonderful. So you just have to understand that you have to get yourself prepared and get yourself some knowledge, and you don't have to know everything about something,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
It doesn't matter what it is. You just have to know enough to get started and to know that you're not being taken advantage of, and to have a good team. You have to know enough to have a good team. So
I agree with that. And guys, is conversation on the patio. These are the things that we will be talking about, and just tune in so that you can find out, everything. We didn't cover the gamut today. We didn't talk about marriage. We didn't talk about pension plan. All of these things is about making sure that you're living and being able to live your best life, both financially, especially financially, and be able to make the right decisions with that team of individuals that's going to help you with those decisions. Don't just get out there being, as a friend of mine uses this word frequently, all willy nilly in your decision making. Don't be willy nilly in your decision making.
right, right. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
Don't be that guy.
yeah.
So before we tune out, it's been great. This is our first show of the season for the 2021. We're excited for the future, for the next few months coming up. But if you guys will notice, Javon and I have different backgrounds, and so weekly, if you guys are tuned in, you can vote on which background resonates best with you. Mine is on the beachfront, and it's peaceful and calm, because that's kind of what I want my year to look like this year: peaceful and calm and serene. At least
Nice.
as of January 4th right now is peaceful and calm. Who the heck knows what's going to happen? I might be have a tornado a couple weeks from now
Indeed,
behind me.
indeed,
But
indeed.
so these are our conversations on the patio, and we just thought it would be really kind of cool and interactive is we had, there's some discussions about our patio. So your patio, Javon?
My patio is sort of a little on a bluff overlooking the lake there, and I think it's also peaceful and serene, and I think it looks better than your patio. I'm just gonna
Uh,
say that.
I know. I mean, if I wanted to come out and see a great view, that would be it. Because see, on my patio, the ocean does get a little turbulent. I can come out and that whole back, the tide is out right now. The whole
Yeah.
tide could be covering my patio. So yeah, there's some decisions to make.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. The thing that I love about your patio, though, is those 4 to 5 chairs just kind of around. I'm going to assume it's a little fire in there. It's very, very intimate in
Yeah,
a wild place, So some good conversations there without distractions. I think that's absolutely
yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
When I went to where was I a couple weeks ago? Costa No, I wasn't in Costa Mesa. I was in Dana Point. I think it was
I
Dana
think you
Point.
were,
We went and
yes,
stayed.
with your
Yeah,
girlfriends.
stayed on the beach with my girlfriends. And
Hmm.
so this was kind of our patio. This was kind
Mm.
of a little bit, we had the ocean. We'd come out in the morning. I tell you, I was so creative. We had the table there and watching the waves, and the tide was in. So